Minutes before the top of the hour, let's go back out to Brian Kilmeade in Phoenix with a very special story about an American hero. Good morning.
Hey, thank you very much, Anna. Good morning to you. You know, there was a time in America when military service was mandatory. When Yogi Berra was playing for the Yankees and got drafted, that's where he won. Ted Williams, the same thing. You could say the same thing about Joe DiMaggio, but that's not the case with an all-volunteer force. Well, there's a different type of story that happened. It was a bit of a throwback. It mixes sports and serving in the military and a legacy that lives on. Let's watch.
You cannot celebrate an Arizona Super Bowl without celebrating the life of Pat Tillman, Arizona State star, Arizona Cardinal standout, turned Army Ranger.
Pat was the type of person who, you know, things like honor and integrity really meant a lot to. He was sort of this great combination of tough and sweet.
Closing in on a multi-million-dollar contract, Tillman shockingly stopped playing for the Cardinals and started fighting for the Army.
At first you're like, wow, but then you kind of sit back and say, you know what, it kind of makes sense. There's a bigger calling for Pat than the NFL.
Tillman's decision was universally lauded, but 2 years after signing up, he would lose his life, falling to friendly fire in Afghanistan.
That was probably one of the worst days of my life. It just was so shocking. You just didn't think a guy like Pat Tillman was going to die in war.
Through the tears came a determination to keep his name and his legacy alive through the Pat Tillman Foundation, including this ASU Veterans Center.
This is an incredible legacy to have, to be at an institution where we have a tie to someone like Pat Tillman. Our responsibility here is to help them make a smooth transition from the military to the academic environment, and then come alongside them and make sure they're connected with the right resources to succeed here as a student and to be able to graduate and earn their degree.
Well, the Pat Tillman Veterans Center, a big success, but the foundation continues to thrive outside this building. In fact, Pat's Run attracts thousands annually, brings in millions, providing boundless opportunities for so many veterans in need.
The part of him that, you know, gave up a lucrative career because he knew it was the right thing to do, and he marched to the beat of his own drum. And I think that's the kind of legacy that we're trying to move forward, to live on, is the sense of being part of something bigger than yourself.
And there you go, and that legacy is living on. You want proof? Meet John Wagner, former Navy SEAL, spent 11 years fighting for us, and now wants to be a doctor. And the Pat Tillman Foundation helping him out, and playing wide left, a good friend of the show, and doing great things for the foundation. Jay Feely, a Cardinal, when word came about the death of Pat Tillman. Thanks so much, guys, for being here.
Thank you.
First off, Brian, the transition to the real world, to this world, wanting to be a doctor is great. What has the foundation done for you, John?
Well, Brian, the foundation is an outstanding organization of people. They provide a financial gift to help us.
Because you don't walk out of being a Navy SEAL a millionaire. You want to be a doctor. That's an investment.
It certainly is. To be mentioned in the same sentence with Pat Tillman is a true honor. And it's really a wonderful blessing to be surrounded by so many talented people trying to do great things and carry Pat's legacy into the future and continue to serve.
And also they provide, especially the center at ASU, they provide a big transition emotionally. You don't have to. No one tells you what to do every minute of the day, maybe for the first time in a decade, and you have a lot of free time, so they understand that. Now, Jay, Pat Tillman, the football player, what did you know about him, and why did you say, I got to take part in this?
Well, I mean, he's such a physical football player, a beast out on the field, a guy who had everything in front of him, everything that the NFL life provides, and was willing to give it up to go serve his country. I mean, that's the kind of person that's a true American hero. Yeah. Somebody that I want my kids to know about, I want my kids to emulate, and so that's why, you know, we've been a part of the Tillman Foundation and doing the runs, and I bring my wife and kids and do the run every year and try to be involved as much as we can, just to say thank you to people like John for serving our country and for being willing to sacrifice their life like Pat did.
John, the bond between athletes and the military is unbelievable. When you guys are together, no matter if it's football or soccer or anything else, you see it. Now, Jay, you didn't just stop here to hear John's story and tell everybody about Pat Tillman, which would have been enough. What else do you want to tell us?
Well, are you going to the game?
I'm going to be watching it with
You're
some
gonna watch
folks
it?
outside of the stadium.
You're here. You need to go to the game, dude. Hold on. I think we got a little surprise for you. We got a little surprise for you. We got a couple of Super Bowl tickets here. You want to go to the game?
I absolutely want to go to the game.
All right, dude, there you
Good
go.
job.
We got some Super Bowl
Go to the
tickets
game,
for
John.
you.
Thank
Good
you
job.
so much.
Go to the
You're gonna be
game.
treated right.
You got somebody you can bring along with you?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, Jay, that's very nice of you to come down and do that.
Well, you know what? You don't thank me. NFL Extra Points card by Barclay Card, that's who provided those. And, they've been awesome this weekend to the Tillman Foundation, donating earlier. I kicked for them. So we just wanted to say thank you for your service and everything that you've done for our country.
Jay, really an honor.
right.
Thank you.
You would think being a SEAL's enough, but why not be a medical doctor? Jay Feely, John Wagner, and everybody at the Pat Tillman Foundation, thanks so much. Good job, Jay.
Good job,
Back
Brian.
to you guys in the studio. Tell us what's coming up next.
Hey, Brian, thanks for bringing us
Brian.
that story of legacy and service.